traveling shining de gempadi. Sangye shingdu mikte uwargi. Droku namdak shingla druparsho. Idam guru ratna mandala kamniyatayami. Sangye chudang soki choknam la. Jangchu bardu dagni kyapsuchi. Daki chunyen gipe sunam ki. Drola penshir sangye druparsho. Sangye chudang soki choknam la. Yangchu bardu dagni kyapsuchi. Daki chunyen yipe sunam ki. Drola penshir sangye druparsho. Sangye chudang soki choknam la. Yangchu bardu dagni kyapsuchi. Daki chunyen gipe sonam ki. Rola penshir ye druparsho.
Hey.
Okay. Was that?
Was that you?
Thank you. Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, so we start with a quiz. Oh. Can you guys see?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
All right. Cool. Okay. Let me see. So, question number 1. How does our teacher interpret the following lines, which are from the root text? He's a master of trying to get things out of others through flattery and sweet hints, but he still talks bad about everyone. He's ready in a minute to make a buck, but he's so cheap that what he has is glued to his pockets. This was broken down into last class and this class. So there's 3 main concepts that we saw in the commentary that our teacher explains this. Anyone?
It's too early for them.
The first one has 5 parts.
Yeah.
Oh, 5.
First, flattery and sweet hints are to represent the 5 wrong ways of earning a living.
Uh-huh. Do you remember what else did we talk about? 2 more concepts?
Trying to get things out of sponsors.
Uh-huh. That would be part of the first one, the 5 wrong livelihoods. And then he went into a different topic. He said that we're not willing to
Give, share.
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry. Stinginess. And then the third one was kind of the cause, right? Which is
Not giving
Not making offerings.
Self-cherishing.
yes. Self-cherishing. And then okay. Second question.
What's your answer? We can't see.
So yeah, the 5 top types of wrong livelihood, which the Lama said that it's topped off with a great desire for things. Then the second one is stinginess, and because of our stinginess, we don't offer to 3 jewels or with others, and that's because of our self-cherishing. The butcher, our greatest enemy.
Oh, and then he talked about the mudra towards this enemy.
The what, sorry?
The hand mudra. I showed it last time.
Right. Oh, sorry. When I say our teacher, I mean the teacher in our text.
Yeah.
Cool. So second question, what is an example of how to help people in the wrong way? And what is the supreme way of doing it?
Didn't this have to do with that you do help them? Like you do something really important for them, but when you think about it afterwards, it's all imbued with self-cherishing. And so
And
like
there was another yes, there was just a little thing that he mentioned, as when you remember it or when you talk about it, you do a certain thing.
Oh, it's
You
totally okay
embellish.
to it's totally okay to do healthy coffee meditation.
Yep.
Pretending to be spiritual.
So remember, it had the same word as Adam's text. We don't have many greatness to point to either in Dharma or the world, and whatever tiny things we do, we always embellish it and make it bigger. Now, what did he say was the supreme way of doing it? Or does this mean that we should not help people?
We just have to check our motivation, and then you can brag about it if it's a good motivation.
Yes, something like that. That always trying to keep an eye on self-cherishing and turn it into helping others. Question number 3. What is a practical advice that our Lama gives us if we are the dull type of students? And what is a good litmus test to know if this applies to us?
We
But
shouldn't have a whole
then
bunch of teachers. We should just
we
have
wouldn't
one or
understand it
two.
anyway.
Was that, sorry?
We wouldn't understand it anyway.
I think Beth started to give the first answer, right?
Yeah, to just don't have a whole bunch of students, just have one or maybe two.
Bunch of
And
teachers.
Have
Teachers, right?
right, sorry. And oh, what's a good litmus test to know if this applies to us? We think we know everything?
Well, in this particular part in the root text, he was talking about pledges, right? So I thought a good way of like what he meant, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that a good test to know if this applies to us is how well we keep our commitments. So if we have a hard time, it means that we're dulls. Therefore, we should just try to have as few teachers as we can and concentrate on them, on serving them really well.
Commitments
What do you guys
here
think?
means the commitments to the teacher, not the vows.
Pledges.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Okay. Vocabulary words.
To hoard things.
Yes. Second one. Haircut.
I think you spelled wrong for the first term.
Claim to fame.
Right. Yes.
BSDU.
Third one. Tool.
That was
No?
Yes. Doll.
So Seiji, Gibson was suggesting that the first su, or do, I'm not actually sure how to pronounce it. The B, it's B as DU.
Oh,
So
is it?
that's what
Gibson.
left and
Yeah, Gibson's correct.
that's what I have in my notes too.
Yeah, Gibson's correct. BSD.
Yes. DU. Okay. Cool. All right. Cool. Thank you very much.
Seiji.
Thank you.
Thanks, Seiji.
The
Thank
question
you.
is how to be as handsome as Seiji. That's a difficult thing. Okay.
Generosity, right?
I thought it's the
gotta figure it
beer.
out. I have to figure it out quick. I don't know.
It's the beer, Geshe. The beer.
I'm gonna read his book very carefully after I translate it. Okay, did we sushi? We did. Yeah, we did. Okay, here we go. Show the screen, dumbhead. Okay. Okay, let's go. Stanley, you're checking. Seiji, you're reading.
Okay.
I'm watching you, Seiji.
Shepani, Nien Sheki, Sheteyimpe, Lamate, Shetamcheki, Choktu Tawa Sokupala. Gurpala.
Yeah. So the root text in the second half, the first half, it said we have a lot of teachers, masters, but the way we take the heavy load of our commitments and our she, our chung. So it's two things here. How we accept the heavy load of our commitments and or our commitment to our teacher especially. And our she is not too big, okay, chung. So we have to figure out what's a she, okay? So she, our commentator says, oh, you want to know what she means? It's the she that you find in nian she, okay? Now, she nian, as you know from the Lam Rim, means?
Spiritual friend.
Yeah, spiritual friend. What is it in Sanskrit?
Kalyana Mitra.
Yeah, Kalyana Mitra. Okay, like Dharma Mitra, although they misspell his name, which is unfortunate, which they also do for, what's that place in Bahamas? Sivananda, they misspell that too. Anyway, so She Shepani, She is the She in Nyen She. So if you reverse Shenyan, Nyen She, it just means family member like that or a friend. Close family or close friend, okay? So this is the she that you find in close family or close friend. Therefore, we gopa.
We must.
Yeah, tawa.
View, see.
Our lama. As the choke of all shes.
Cool. The best friend.
Yeah, our number one friend, our bestie, right? Number one bestie, okay? So, or your closest family member is your, and in this verse, the guy was doing that chung chung, which we know from Ben's text yesterday. Okay, now who's checking? Stanley, you're still on. Please read.
Tele ndok teo lama mangpo la che sok shu ne te tak la tamsik kurshe sok tenne me par kundep nyam nye me sok che patang.
Cool.
Cool.
Now, if you don't know Dok yet, then I'm going to make you read Adam's text for 3 hours more.
Oh.
It's a punishment.
The opposite?
Something about making pancakes, right?
Yeah, the opposite. Yeah. So what do you think it means here? The opposite.
If you do the opposite, if you take
if you do the opposite of that, of looking upon your teacher as your highest buddy or family member, then you will go to Lama Mambo.
You're going to take lots of lamas.
You will shu a lot of chu.
Ask them to teach Dharma.
Yeah, but your Damse Kur, taking on the heavy load of that relationship, and She, looking upon them as your closest family member, Tene Mepa.
You're not going to be able to do it at all.
Yeah, the Tene you guys should know, okay? So it means at all, right? And you will Korndep and you will Nyema, okay? Your teacher.
You'll discount them and you will talk bad about them.
Yeah, exactly. Korndep means you will treat them as less than they really are. And that's a big mind-only, idea. And you will Nyema. Nyema means talk bad about them and think bad about them. Where's the famous place where we see it? For $100.
Bamar Nyema.
Damn. Amelie, you should be celebrating. You should have pizza tonight, Amelie.
Amelie, you heard that?
Nick got $100. You want to explain?
It's from the root downfalls of the secret vows. It's the first.
Yeah, number one of all the secret vows. Lama Nyema, talk bad about your teacher or think bad about your teacher, okay? In that case, it's your Diamond Way teacher, okay? Nyema. And there are many commentaries. Tsongkhapa has a great commentary on it. And you can read it someday when you finish your 18 foundation courses.
Geshe-la, so in this case, is talk and think bad or just talk?
Well,
This
it
is the text.
emphasizes, as Dr. Smith said, it emphasizes speaking badly about them. Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
all the commentaries say, of course, speech comes from thought, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. And sometimes people try to split the two, you know, and so you might look at a commentary. Maybe Nick can show a commentary. Okay. Please read. Stanley, you're still awake?
Yes.
Okay.
Te Shintu Lama Loma Tempe Sena Yangtsen La Warmi Chepar Tache Sokle Par Chepa Tang.
Yeah. Deshindu means
In the same way.
in the same way. When the Lama engages in the relationship with the student, okay, the Lama, during the time that the student is doing their relying, okay, so this is a difficult sentence. It's not the Lama is relying. It's the Lama, comma, while the student is relying on them, okay, should not allow this relationship to happen lawa.
Easily.
Yeah, should not allow, the Lama also should not go into this relationship easily, okay, lightly, okay. They should dakje, lekpa.
Examine really well.
Who?
The student.
Student.
The
Oh,
potential
wow.
student.
Okay, the potential student.
Because after you get married, that divorce is very heavy karma. So better to just say, well, I'm really busy, I can't teach you right now, or something like that, you know. Better not to get into the relationship if you're not sure they will behave. Okay. Okay. Now, so now we're talking from the student's side. What are the responsibilities of the teacher? Okay, here we go. Lenchik.
Lenchik ten je su teni la lo tse tang tungpe che tang sang sing ki kone kyang pentok par chete kyong tsu rangpa te ke par go pa yin pala.
Good. As you can see, the notes I made to myself, Lenchik Tenje, after they have taken themselves to you, even for one teaching, okay, or like you one long rim retreat or something, okay. After that, it's the teacher's responsibility to give them che. Timba comes from timba, right? Harmony. And it's a verb. So in keeping with what's the tse? Like tse.
The measure, the amount.
Yeah, in keeping with the capacity of their mind. Okay, lo tse means the measure of their intellect. Okay, what's the denyi here? It's not
as much as they can handle.
That's
Oh,
student.
no, sorry.
It just means that student. Okay, that student. So after they have, you know, taken themselves to you, you know, for like a major teaching or something, like a couple-day teaching, and you decide to take them as a student, then it's your responsibility to help them. Okay, that's from the root text, in keeping with the capacity of their mind. Okay, as we saw in Nick's text, actually, right? Big discussion of what the Buddha taught in the first part of his life and what the Buddha taught in the later part of his life, okay? And not only with Dharma, but you should help them pentok with sangsing.
Maintaining themselves?
No, no, no. Sing means money and sang means bets during the class. Just kidding.
Enticements.
Something does mean material help, like money, cars, computers, food, whatever. Okay, that's a teacher's responsibility. Once you take a student, it's your responsibility to help them in a material way also. And in the monastery, I have to say one of the greatest things about a Tibetan Buddhist monastery is there's no charge, which is amazing for anything. And also the students serve the teacher, you know, and they work hard for the teacher, and the teacher takes care of their clothes, their food, everything. So it's the current Tibetan monastic system, there's some troubles with it. There's some imperfections with it, as with any institution, but from the point of view of Sangsing and keeping this system, it's very sweet, extremely sweet. You know, nobody pays, the teacher pays, and then the student voluntarily serves the teacher. So it's a cool system.
But
Okay,
shouldn't it be the other way around, Geshe-la? The student
Well,
taking care of the teacher? Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Well, an interesting thing, to tell you the truth, is as the teacher ages, it flips. It's like a good kid, you know. It's like a kid who grows up and the parent goes to the nursing home, and then the relationship flips usually, and the student starts taking care of the teacher. So that's very common also. Okay, Pentopachete. I'm not old enough yet. Okay, I'm not asking. Pentopachete. Okay, the Lama should help the student. Kyongtsul Rempa, for $30, maybe Smith can get it. I don't know.
Protection?
Huh? Gibson, you got it halfway. $15. What's a Rempa? Rempa means, okay, Gibson got 15 shopping. Kyongtsul means how you take care of them. This Kyong is Rakshita, right? How you take care of them. Should be Rempa. It should fit the circumstances.
Balanced.
Okay, Rempa means fits the circumstances. Okay, like Se Tse Rempa. What's that mean? Se Tse Rempa. Se Tse Rempa. Sawa Tse Rempa. Here's the Tse up here.
So yeah, give them as much food as they need or something.
Yeah, well, this is our instructions by Nagarjuna to eat as much as is fitting for your body, and don't overeat like Geshe-la did during this lockdown. It's so much easier to get weight than to get rid of it. I don't understand. Okay, then you should become a kepa on how to take care of your student in the best way. Okay, you should become a master. So it's interesting, the word master in this sentence is used for how well you take care of your student. Okay, that makes you a master in this sentence. Okay, which is kind of beautiful. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. By the way, having students is a big headache, but it's worth it. Okay.
Tele dokte rangni tamnyan nyen chaksong te pe loma mangtu ntuala ga charge patang duche suwang.
Let's do that much. Dele Dok, we had it before. If you don't get it right, Seiji, I'm sending you to Adam's class.
If you do the opposite, if you don't.
Yeah, good. If you do the opposite. Now, Day means I'm going to tell you what the opposite would look like. Okay. I'm going to tell you what that opposite would look like. Rangi, instead of Deni.
Instead of him.
Instead of the student.
Yeah, now we're talking about you, okay, as a teacher, okay? Now, if you, as a teacher, you yourself, as a teacher, what you depa,
what you want,
is tam and nyenda.
People that talk widely and well of you.
Yeah, you want to be well known, and you want you want to be an influencer. Okay. Tam means you want people to talk about how cool you are. And Nyandak means you want to be famous. Okay. If that's all you want, and actually you're just after Loma Mangdu Dua.
You want lots of
Students.
Yeah,
follow
you're collecting students like when I was a kid, we used to collect baseball cards. You get a package, you get 5 baseball cards and a piece of gum. And we would try to collect all the famous baseball stars. And I often think of that image when I think of a person who's more concerned with how many students they have than with taking care of them, okay? So you just want everybody to think you have lots of students. So you're collecting them like antiques or something, you know? So you're just interested. Gawa means that's what you really enjoy, is collecting a lot of students. Chepa, that's what you like to do. And ready to read, Seiji. Stanley's still checking.
Yes.
Tawa Punche Tok Pe Mola Chem Se Chem.
Wait. You didn't finish this part.
Oh, sorry.
Duje.
Duje Suang Te Takla Che Tang Shang Shinki Kyong Tu Kap Kepar Mi Chepar Kang Tok Che Tu Jukpa Sokni Kyong Rangeng Patse Te Dak Chekang Kyang Dak Chen Zin Tu Tokne Ngarshin.
Tong.
Do Jesu means after you collect the students, okay?
Mhm.
You don't act in a wise way, okay? Kepa, about how you take care of them, kyongso, with dharma, with material needs. You are not a master. Now he's mentioned it twice, so it's really cool. You're not a real master, because a real master means a master at taking care of their students. Okay, Chepa. Kang de che jupa. You just make them go first for whatever you want, which I have seen, you know, I've seen this relationship, okay, where this teacher just takes advantage of the student, you know, go buy my groceries, right, Jigme? And just send them for errands all the time and don't teach them. And there were, I've seen a lama like that who kind of forced their students to build them like 5 houses or something. But I have to say, you never know their motivation. Like Milarepa's teacher, Marpa, forced him to build a crazy house. And he did it because he loved him. And my teacher gave me lots of work also, and I'm grateful for it. I learned a lot from all the gopher stuff he made me do. So I think if the teacher has the right motivation, from the outside, it might look like they're just making gophers out of their students. But so you have to, this is talking about Chirtepa Mayimba. Chila Tepa Mayan. Nangla Tepa.
Thou love.
Tepa, Tawa.
They're just
Do
doing
you-
it for outside reasons.
Yeah, no, this means when we're talking about you shouldn't make a gopher out of your student, right? We're talking about how you view yourself. And we're not talking about how you view other teachers. We don't know other teachers' motivation, but we can judge our own motivation, okay? So check yourself and make sure you're a master, right? But if you see other teachers making their students do hard things, we don't know what's their motivation. So we should be careful not to judge other teachers, right? Okay. Sokni, Kyongren Nyamba, these people have a bad judgment about how to take care of their students, okay? It doesn't fit, Remba, okay, of how to take care of their students, okay? Now, what made me do stuff like that?
Self-cherishing.
Yeah. The guy who did this to you is also your self-cherishing. You should see that. And as we said earlier, Ngarshin, okay, let's go back to the root text. Here's the refrain. Okay, Seiji, I expect a real reading of these two lines.
Bung
Come on, come
Bung che tokpe mong la chem se chem. Tra tak sheme ning la maraya.
Okay, you guys, did it sound to you like Seiji was stabbing a sword to the heart of his self-cherishing?
Absolutely.
Sorry,
Bullshit.
Seiji. No.
He's too friendly. You have to work on that, Seiji. You're too friendly. Okay. Yeah, I dance on the head of the person who's wasting my life, which is my wrong perceptions. I strike death to the heart of the butcher himself, who is my main enemy. Okay, Shedan, please read.
Shedang ndi kap suka tams kongma nyamki tusu ni lopma shua. Layang ngo chen ngo kyu sok shintu kawa tangche teshu ge sul sok kyang katzel.
Yeah, this is a very, very heavy sentence. This is a very, very heavy sentence and very beautiful. Di Kapsu, at this point in his teaching, our Lama, here's the verb at the very end, Katzel, okay? Our Lama said to us, listen, the Kadam Goma, what's that mean?
Here's some advice.
Kadampa.
The above advice.
Yeah, take that advice as personal.
The Kadampa sect, okay? The Kadampa teachers. By the way, who were almost 100% lay people. Okay, these Kadampa teachers of old, okay, Kongma of old, they used to say, okay, they used to say that when you ask your student to do something, okay, you should ask it with as much respect as you would for Ngochen. Ngochen means like a very famous high person. Like if you're going to talk to President Xi and ask him for a favor, then you should show this kind of respect to your student, okay? When you ask them to do something for you, you know, would you, you know, my dear student, honorable student, brightest of all, please go to the grocery store for me, you know, like it should be done with great respect. And almost as if you were speaking to the president of a country or something, okay? You should only ask them with great difficulty. It means you should be slow to ask your student for something, okay? Only if you really need it, and only if it would really help your mission. You should ask your student for something. Ngogyu means that's how you should present yourself to them, as if you were speaking to a high politician or something, okay? Dangchete, shugutso, that's how we have to ask our students to do things, okay? Shugutso, etc. Now the etc. would have been interesting, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't say what it was, okay? But I think this is a beautiful, I think this is a very, very, when you see a teacher who is, who honors their student, I think it's very sweet, you know, and so this is a nice advice, and you don't see this kind of advice very frequently. So I think it makes this text very special. Okay. Ina's gonna check Seiji, yay.
Tsawa. Kelang chela pempe nyamle lingchung. Nyampa chela tagna hlan ndre trail.
Trail, right, cool.
Trail.
Sunday.
Hlangdre.
Yeah, Sunday. Shepani, okay. Yeah, let's read the commentary. Let's read the commentary. Please continue to this part.
Shepani Rangchak namso tarchang sem
Chang.
chang sem nganki tompa tangche pa sangye chang sem pakpor shag ne
Pan-
lakte. What?
Panpur.
Pangpor shag ne langte teta ki la cha tra rak tamche chungwar ke lang shing semchen tamche ki turn to sangye chupar dam
Trupa.
chupar tamche wa sok kam lang shintu
Kelang.
chewa
Kelang.
kelang shintu chewa yimpala.
Yeah, good. Ina, nice correcting.
Thanks.
Nice correcting. It's not fun for the person, but it's good. Okay, Chef Ani, what's Rangchak?
Us guys.
What's Domsum?
The three vowels, 3 levels of vowels.
3 sets of vowels, okay? And he names them here, okay? It's a very famous idea, and it's a genre of a literature called Domsum, 3 sets of vowels. So here's the 3 sets of vowels. Sotagi Domba, Chansengi Domba, Ngaki Domba. What are they, Seiji?
The liberation
Yeah, good. Liberation vowels,
was the wish, the
Bodhisattva vowels, and
the secret.
tantric vowels, good. What's the Sanskrit for Ngak?
Mantra.
Mantra, okay, mantra. So sometimes tantra is called mantra, okay, same thing. Not because it's one of the main practices. Domba, Dangchepa. So, you took these 3 sets of vows, and when you took them, you requested Shak, the Sangyes and the Changsems, to come into the room unseen and be Pangpo, okay, to be your Pangpo. Pangpo means a witness, okay, as a witness. And this is one of those words like Ngangba, which the input centers like to
Accidentally misspelled because it's so rare.
exactly. So what's the word they usually type?
Wangpo.
Yeah, Wangpo. So Wang is very, very common. Bang is very, very uncommon. The P looks like a B in Tibetan. And so just you guys watch out for this, just when they're talking about vowels and you see Wangbo, just try to remember it could be Pangpo, okay? But when you took your vows, you asked all the Buddhists and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions and you put them there, Shak, as your witnesses, right? And then you lung.
Accepted.
Yeah, then you took your vows, past tense of take, like Tong Len, right? The past tense of Len is lung, beslungs, okay? You took your vows in the presence of these holy beings, okay? And you also kelang, kelen.
Accepted.
Yeah, you agreed to sungwa them.
Protect.
Yeah, now, a lot of people who translate vow text say protect your vows, but technically, what do we say in English?
Keep them.
Keep your vow. Yeah, we don't say protect your vows. So just be careful when you translate text about vows. Hang on. You agreed to protect tamche.
All of
Yeah, to keep all the. Lapcha can mean advice, but when you're talking about taking vows, it means the conditions of the vows. Okay, it means the separate conditions of the vows. Okay, like I don't know, the first tantric vow. Okay, who is a teacher for you, and what does it mean not to denigrate them, to speak bad about them? And you have to study all the parameters of the vows. That's called lapcha, okay? It doesn't mean here advice. Charak means what?
Subtle and gross.
Over subtle.
Yeah, meaning the vow in general, or the tiny fine print in the contract when you took that vow. Okay, you have to honor suma, all the conditions outlined in each vow. Okay, you have to honor all of them. So you already kelang to do that. Okay. Moreover, you did it for Semjen Tamjeki Dundu.
For the sake of all being.
Yeah, you promised to do it for every living being, okay? And you promised to droop Sangye.
To achieve.
Buddhahood.
Yeah, you promised to achieve Buddhahood. Damchawa, you made a pledge. You made a promise, okay? So we can say that Kelang, what you agreed to do was huge. Okay, what you agreed to do was huge. Shintuche. Okay. Now this law is disjunctive. It doesn't mean and here, it means
Whereas.
yeah, or but, okay, but, okay, so this whole paragraph is, wow, you took the 3 sets of vows, you had Buddhists and Bodhisattvas in the room watching, you promised to keep all the small details of each vow, and you promised to do it for every living being, and then okay, here we go.
You don't.
This part is depressing, okay? Sungyu.
Sungyu tamche ka ral ngasak tu songte rangshen la penge pe nyamlen chungse kyang tong kyume patang.
Yeah, this is future participle, right? This gyu doesn't mean cause, it means future participle. The pledges which you were supposed to keep, okay? The pledges which you were supposed to keep end up, karel, you ripped up the contract, okay? You ripped them up, okay? This is shell, comes from shell, right? You ripped up the agreement and you treated it like sakpa. This is Abhidharma sakpa.
That's not rocket.
Yeah, this is useful for Stanley, okay? We call sakche, sakme. Pure and impure dharmas is the subject of the opening lines of the Abhidharma. Chunam sakche sapamem lama tope dujinam sache kanche dera lasanam kundu gyapagyo. That's the opening lines of the Abhidharma. So there, Stanley, a great example and pretty rare example of what sakpa really means. And it means crap that came out of your nose. Okay. Okay. And in English, we say spit on. You spit on your vows. Okay. We don't say you threw snot on your vows. Okay. But you treated them like snot. And in Tibet, okay, there's a joke for $20.
Only rich people have to keep their snot while poor people get to get rid of it.
Good. $20 shopping. I don't know how he remembers all this weird stuff.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to show you a monastery handkerchief. You ready? Here's a rich person's handkerchief, okay? And here's a monastery handkerchief.
Oh, right.
So there's a joke, you know. What's the thing that rich people keep that poor people are willing to give away? And they say snot, you know. Okay, so anyway, you treat your vows like nasak, you know. You just like treat them like snot, you know, okay? They end up being like ripped up, totally smashed. I would say maybe even smashed here. You smash your vows, you treat them like snot, and you don't demonstrate, okay? This term means demonstrate, okay? You don't demonstrate even the slightest practical behavior, nyamlen, practice, which would be of definite benefit to you and to other people. Okay, you don't demonstrate even the least bit of that kind of real Buddhist practice. Okay, which would have helped you and other people, for sure. Okay, cool, ma.
Cool.
Okay. Who's checking now? Allison, let's pick on Seiji. Yay.
Teshin tu chi ro tu lama tang chulku geshe sok nien pa che na yang tok kok tu rang kyu tang che lam la takna jikten lende mande ki hla nam ta chime tana dungje kyantrel war kyurwa ngurwa nam la chepate.
Okay, cool. Now, this is a little bit tough. Chiro is the opposite of koktu. Chirutu is the opposite of koktu. Can you guess, anybody?
Outwardly.
Obvious.
Yeah, good. Outwardly, you act one way, but koktu,
Inside, secretly.
good. Yeah, exactly, both. Koktu, kok can mean the cavity of the chest and the abdominal area, can also be called kok, okay? So on the outside, you're a lama or you're a tuku. Here's the spelling of tuku, okay? It's not tulku, okay? It's tuku, okay? Or you're a geshe, and you are Nyendak Chimbo.
Super famous.
You are super famous, okay? Everybody knows you. On the outside, okay, what's tuku literally mean?
Emanated holy body.
Yeah, it's like this person is already a Buddha, and they are just emanating as a kid who's the next in line of this Lama. So it's a very high word. And in the monastery, they are treated with they have a lot of privileges that nobody else has, okay? And so
Would you
they
translate?
really, reincarnated Lama. And in Saramay, the only way to get to be a new one is to be the abbot. And then after that, they will keep your reincarnations, okay? And it has to be approved by the highest authorities. All right, Koktu, Rangyu, Chunam. But Koktu, if you look inside your, I don't know, if you look inside, but it means if you look inside where your guts are, your mind, okay, the condition of your gyu, which means sem here, the condition of your mind, and the condition of your chulam.
Your day-to-day activities.
Yeah, your day-to-day behavior. If you check them, takna, they are such that, we had it before, and it was a little bit difficult, and it meant to avoid somebody. We had it before. People would start to avoid you, okay? So if you act like that, famous on the outside, rotten on the inside, first of all, the hlas will trawa you.
The angels will.
Yeah, they will avoid you. It's like you smell bad, or you spiritually, psychically, you smell bad to them, okay? Because you're acting bad on the inside, but you look great on the outside. So they actually, I don't know, they walk down the street and they go, when I first started working in New York, everyone told me, when you walk down the street at night and you see people coming the other way across the street, because you might get mugged. It was very dangerous when I first started the diamond business. So here, those hlas, they will walk to the other side of the street when you walk toward them, okay? Now, what kind of hlas? Because there's two kind of hlas. Who's gonna tell me?
Those that have gone beyond the world.
And those who have?
Not.
Yeah, so de means go beyond, like Nyangan Ne Depa is to go beyond suffering, right? Nirvana, go beyond grief. So there's two kinds of hlas. One are the Jikten Le Depa and one are the Jikten Le Mandepa. What's an example from Sugen's text of a hla who is Jikten Le Mandepa?
Ones that fight.
Still in
No,
the
for
desire realm, like
Oh,
Sugen's text.
yeah, somebody who's still in the desire realm.
Come on, from Sugang's text. We've been,
oh, someone in the
Someone
form.
chanting in front of Brahma.
Oh.
yeah, Brahma, big
Brahma.
Brahma. Okay.
He's chanting.
So, you know, first of all, those big worldly gods, which is Jigten Le Mandepa, they haven't gone beyond the suffering world. They will start to avoid you. Then the Vajrayoginis will start to avoid you. They will walk across the street when you walk down the street. And Tajime, not only that, okay, forget that. You know, forget those high worldly beings who can play with planets like marbles, and forget those Vajrayoginis, these enlightened Noors in your life. Tana, even down to the Dugde, okay, which means the bad spirits in the world, the ones that we make offerings to during Seichu, you know, like the local crummy, mean little guys who try to trip you when you're walking down your steps or something, okay? This mean little, what do you call that? Junior spirits, okay? These duktas, they also tower you, okay? They also will go to the other side of the street. Okay? They won't even bother to trip you, you know? There's like, I don't want to touch this guy. He's like rotten on the inside, you know, he smells bad, okay? So I don't know, maybe it's a good way to not get sick or something, is to be rotten on the inside. Anyway, Chawa Gyurwa Namla Chepate. Gyurwa Namla Chepate means this is what we're talking about in this verse, okay? La Chepate, okay? What made all this happen? Who's the Chunzom, pick on this guy.
Okay.
Taeyang Dakchenzin Ki Lampart Tongne Ngashin.
Nashin.
Nashin.
Ngashin.
The only thing that you might forget here is ki len, this formula, ki len, instrumental followed by len. What's it mean?
It was the fault of.
Yeah, it was the fault of your self-cherishing. So instrumental followed by len. This is the same len that's spelled as answer, but here it means fault. Who's at fault? Okay. Okay. Seiji, you get one more chance. Now let's get serious.
It's time, by the way.
Oh, come on, Stanley. He's about to be a mean guy.
Oh, then please continue, Seiji.
Bungche Tokpe Mola Jak Tak Cheme Ning La Maraya.
Yeah, good. So I got scared.
Not yet.
Okay. Stopped here. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the date today?
29.
Oh man, my bills are due. Okay. Nice job, Seiji.
Thank you, Geshe-la. Sashi Puki Jukshin Metok Tram Rirab Lingshin Yengde Gimpadi Sangye Shingdu Mikte Uargi Droku Namdak Shinla Trupar Shok Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamniyatayami Gewadi Kewo Kun Sunam Yeshe Tsok Sok Shin Sunam Yeshe Lejung Wei Dampa Kuni Topar Sho.
Yay. Who's up next, Nicholas?